national acting chairman of the party, power to all the national officers, power to all our National Assembly members,
PDP,
power to our performing youths,
PDP,
power to our performing women,
PDP,
power to Bayelsa,
PDP,
above all power to the performing miracle governor.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Even dancing was involved. Just to tell you how things did go. And the costume was beautiful too. All right, everybody seems these days to realize that singing and some measure of performance gets the not in the likes of Kogi or Imo states, where violence seems to be the signature of the elections or the build up to elections there. There's controversies building up on every side. INEC says if there's violence in any of the polling units, forget it. We're not doing it. In fact, the results there will not count once there's violence that breaks out in the polling unit. And theoretically, if violence breaks out in a popular unit where it may be favorable to one candidate, it puts them in a very difficult position. So INEC may need to look into that and qualify what would extend as violence all the way through. Remember, Kogi State 4 years ago, there was house burning, there was killings and all kinds of things. There was dogs, there was helicopters, there was all kinds of unimaginable things that did happen in that election. Some of you have called on the president and the federal might to say intervene and get everybody to behave cautiously ahead of the election, even though the Inspector General of Police also has reiterated that there will be services provided by thousands and thousands of police officers to get things going right. The Police Service Commission, on the other hand, said they will be on ground as well to ensure they monitor the activities of the police officers assigned to various election roles as well. So it gives you reason to look into those elections and say, let everybody just behave mature. Well, if that's not the case, imagine the build-up and the perspective of one of the candidates who feels it was a target of assassination in the build-up to the election. Here's the view of Ajaka with regards to elections in Kogi State.
This is Morning Crossfire.
But the CP, Mr. Bertrand Onoha, have been contracted to get me eliminated. Himself and the director of DSS in Kogi State, Mr. Tosin, and the commander of NNS Lugard, Navy Commodore Julu. These three officers are the ones that I have commissioned to get me eliminated between now and the election time. So I want you to tell the world, let the world know, this is the situation we are facing in Kogi State right now. I was billed to be in that house yesterday because I have a rally this morning in Ayamba. Because of because my people have moved in advance, because I was due to sleep there. Because this is where I normally sleep. And that's why they came this night. If we are coming to arrest somebody who is a criminal, I am not supposed to invite the person that you are wanted by the authority. There was nothing like that. They invade the house and you are a criminal and then start shooting. With Amotan. With Commander Akeleze. Is Akeleze the chief law enforcement officer of the state? What is his own role? This guy has killed no less than 30 people in Kogi State. As I'm talking to you now, more than 40 people are missing in Central. As a result of the activities of this Mr. Akeleze. Is that kind of democracy we want? What? The candidate of the Social Democratic Party for this weekend election would have been assassinated by adult force thugs and policemen who invaded the residence of my DG, the DG of my campaign, Sheikh Jibril Ibrahim. The sole purpose of assassinating me in the course of the attack, which lasted for almost 2 hours, between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. this morning, of which 3 policemen officially attached to the residence and the DG were killed. The 3 policemen were killed by the adult thugs led by Commander Akelezi of the Nigerian Navy. This arrangement is being coordinated by the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Bertrand Onoha, the Commander of the Nigerian Navy, Navy Commodore Ajulu, and the Director of DSS, Mr. Tosin. These are the killer squad of Yaya Bello in Kogi State. And with these people in Kogi State for this election, I doubt if we'll have a peaceful election.
This is Morning Crossfire.
That tells you how intense things are. But accusations that we're expecting reactions that will come out to portray that things are not so. Well, we'll see how that plays out at the end of the day, okay? Okay, well, we'll see how that plays out at the end of the day, just to get a better understanding of how things are, and just see if peace would return in the build up to the election sometime in the future. But this very election leaves you with so much sore in the mouth just to imagine how things are. As many of you are already aware, yesterday I did mention that less than 30% of registered voters will decide the elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. Out of fear, people may choose not to come out to vote. But this is the reality on ground. Can anything be done differently or seen differently, especially in the likes of Kogi East, the likes of Kogi essentially across board, and of course in Imo State where things are really getting interesting and twisted and turned and sabotage looking like. Who knows what it will be? Let me get your views in. Let me take your calls at this time, okay? Numbers remain 0700-951-0000. Okay, that's 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on the WhatsApp line on 080-999-30137. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Yes, good morning.
May God bless you, my brother. This is Engineer Ola calling from Abuja.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, doctor.
Yes, please.
You see, all this Kogi governor and Imo and all of that, I've been following it for a while, on a particular channel, following what people are saying, and even the issue of the labor. See, doctor, these 2 states, they are governed by APC, right? And I remember when one of them was doing interview yesterday, they were asking him, is the governor, the outgoing governor, is he going to be on the ballot? No. But he's causing mayhem. All this, one thing that makes me kind of, I don't know how to put the English, Dr. Femi did. I sometimes I don't want to take Nigerians when they are talking serious, is that when we're saying something, this one accused, they will say, do you have evidence? Do you have evidence? Femi did, even when the evidence comes, what happened? People who are, even when this
Natasha, you there, Engineer?
So you the government after this, I'm hearing you.
Okay, yeah. Let's do your conclude, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, when she get victory, she accused the governor solemnly, you understand? And yet, the people pattern, do you have evidence? Is it my brother, is it like that they will brave them? When the analyst them, when he want to say, he's partisan, everything is politicized, basically like that. Why can't you look at the status of man and do something about it, other than being accusing? It is, and even the governor of Imo, that he himself saying, the next president come or something, that he knows what he's doing. So, if you don't say, I don't do it, not that you can't be looking for an excuse that they're supporting a Labour candidate or one thing.
All right, let's
everything in this country.
Let's leave it so I can take a more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
All right, Charles, welcome.
I've heard a lot of from the station. I don't have to my support in the NDC level. I said it's there. I don't imagine, but I did if I didn't want a personal issue as a level chairman, because billions all over in Nigeria. So this is like according to him to say, he went to go and fight for the human voice. From the report, I was listening and one of the neighbors posted, and the man reached the video he was on the street while the job and so many things happened. So what I'm asking now, two of they deserve the victim. There is another being that no foul, scattering the face, pursue the foul, because you know way you will be the one that is left. It's a hero. Tomorrow, injustice anywhere. Yes, I have no answer. Don't go back at the electoral time. Yes, we need to press on those things. So the next year, my way to look at the former he was just collecting his own signal and collect. But he's still at risk. And people will call, no, Allah. If the team was for forfeit, killing of the other, putting down communities, want to come by of it. He might come, but if it was existence go,
Let me
return when they have their way.
thank you. Good morning to you. Welcome. Yes, welcome. It's tough to hear you today. Good morning to you. Welcome. Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, good morning.
This is Tara.
All right, welcome.
I want to align myself to the caller. To be honest, I don't want to say the APC government is very violent. But if you look at you agree with me. Hey, you see a sitting APC government, we caution. You will be shocked again. Extent that these people, in terms of violence, in terms of killings, they don't give a damn. A lot of people like this. People to us. People to other people do there, they come back and continue to pretend that good there doesn't happen. Continue the promises of this country will continue the essence of this wickedness. Look at what's going on in this country. Very soon we have done no longer. Look at it, take like time you go and you see any putting a relation. People are dying, people are afraid, people are being black, people are being told. People are having 3 days, 2 days. Everything that God is having to his country, and not think about how to return power for what?
Thank you, Madam Tari. Thank you so much. All right, some set of opinion about this. Is it easy or there are other ways to look at it? So you're not ready for after the break. I have more calls to take now. Messages that you send them in. Stay close.
Comfort of your home. On great work. In the midst of your daily activities. Your let it hear you informed. Only one for talk. 95.1. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. I can prove it. I do it every morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria 95.1. And I'm Femi. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day. The way that is trustworthy, passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and matter to you. See, all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and the let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Informative. This is Nigeria Informative. This is Nigeria Informative. This is Nigeria Informative. Nigeria FM.
Area info.
This is Nigeria FM.
Area info.
This is Nigeria FM.
Nigeria 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 info.
This is Nigeria FM. This is Nigeria FM.
Listening to Onyeka Owenu, the legendary singer, she had a view on Imo State election and she shares this. Listen to this quickly.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Sitting governor. I thank everyone who has come out for their leaving. In a few days, November 11 to be exact, we will go to the polls to choose a new governor or re-elect a sitting governor. I thank everyone who has come out for their courage to do so, to rescue Imo State. All I want to say at this point is, for those in power and those in control, let there be peace. Enough of the bloodshed, enough of the killings, the kidnapping, the burning of houses and property. Enough of the threats, the intimidation, the harassment, the inducements, the bribery, the corruption. Enough for just the ambition of some people. Please remember that you do not own life. God does. Imo State will survive.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Well, legendary singer and actress at some point, and also served as a DJ for women. I'm trying to remember the exact title now. Onyeka Owenu there speaking on this. Meanwhile, the NLC, they're not backing down. In fact, if you follow through with the NLC Twitter handle this very morning, as we have it on Twitter, they have used very mean words. Even did poster, to represent their displeasure of the governor of the state. I can't read out the words or the inscriptions on them. They're really, really terrifying when you think about it. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Yes, good morning. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, sir. This is Donald calling from Niger State.
Thanks for joining.
Dr. Femi, I want to talk about this Judah Jero 15. You know, at times in life, it's always like that. Today is Judah Jero, tomorrow it may be another person's turn. If this opportunity opportunity will be given to all these governors, I'm telling you, Labour will not be, they will not regard Labour as anything again. They will never regard Labour as anything. If a governor will send a thought to big region, which means a sitting president will also send a thought to assassinate somebody, I think Nigeria should condemn it. No matter the cause, they should condemn it. They should condemn it. If this man only Imo State, yes, it's only Malari Imo State. I come from Imo State.
He says he's not. He says he is not.
Just condemn. What is bad is bad. What is bad is bad. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for your view. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Welcome, sir.
Is conducting election alone make true democracy?
Okay, let's get to know your name, please.
I have mentioned Abubakar from Gwagwalada.
Oh, okay, Abubakar.
Yes. Is conducting election alone make true democracy? Democracy is a process. If you compromise the process, you pollute the process, you make the process too dangerous for people. You scare people away. There is no democracy. Conducting an election, manipulating figures, urging people to go to court is not democracy. Dr. Femi, I know you are a media practitioner, you are abreast of international events. Anyone who study the political development of Latin American countries, they have long history of conducting election. But have they achieved stability?
No.
Is there enough stability in Latin American countries?
No.
From one leader to another, they set up dictatorship. They do things with impunity. They violate people. They manipulate judiciary. The same thing is happening here. Their government carry out currency reform in order to punish the opponent of government. We see it happen here. Are we making progress as a country, or we are progressing? So is there this democracy, current style of democracy, has given us fair deal? Never. So what is happening in Kogi before the election? Allah is here. Thank you.
All right, thank you as well. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Femi.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Chidi. I'm calling from Nyanya.
All right, Chidi.
Mr. Femi, it's been very difficult getting through your line all these days. I've not been able to get through. Thank God I am through today. What I want to talk about is checks and balances in government. You know, democracy is built on the principle of checks and balances. And I don't see that checks and balances in our own democracy today. And that is what is giving rise to so many problems that we are facing. You know, and I'm saying this being more particular about the media. Most times when I speak about the media because the media, as well, is the fourth estate of the realm. The media has the responsibility to hold the government accountable, report to the people exactly through investigative journalism, to report to the people the exact position of things in governance without fear or favor. Not minding what it takes. Give the people the exact information of what is happening in governance. But in Nigeria today, because there is no checks and balances, it's a state of the winner takes all. That is what we are witnessing today. You can see that the election has become a nightmare in Nigeria because the winner will take all. They know that the winner will take all. What happened at the presidential election in February, all of us have seen it. At the end of the day, it's also many of us, concluded it was a winner takes all situation. Now the governors are repeating the same. Our election is getting worse by the day. Nobody can argue about that. What we saw in 2011 was better than what we saw in 2015. What we saw in 2015 was better than what we saw in 2019. What we saw in 2019 is better than what we saw in 2023, and it keeps deteriorating. The reason is because there is no checks and balances in governance. So the winner will take all.
All right.
So when the politicians know it, they will go to any length, kill people, and do all sorts of things to get to power, because they know when they get there, there will be no checks. They become the emperor. They will say whatever they like, do whatever they like. They know they will get away with it. Please, I am begging the media to be more responsible, to be bold. Even if they are not going to right the wrongs of government, let them be bold to make a statement, to make investigative journalism and give it to the people the way it is.
Let's leave it at that.
I commend Are you with me?
I need to round you off because somebody else is waiting to use the line as well. Okay.
All right. I think I've made my point.
Yes,
Thank you very
have.
much.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine.
Good. All right. I'm listening to you.
My name is Musari Mohammed Femi.
Okay. Welcome.
So, I'm from Kogi State. I'm calling because of the situation in Kogi State.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm listening to you.
We are calling. My appeal to Mr. President is to help us. We are in critical condition, which since the tenure of Governor Yaya Bello, I swear to God Almighty, nobody has rest for the state. Almost about millions of people have been killed because of his administration. Even up to now, when this is going to stop, we did not know. So we appeal to the president that he should help us. Our life is better than everything.
All right. Yes, thank you. I do hear you, and I hear you clearly. Thank you, dear friend.
I swear to God.
Thank you.
I swear, even my local government, thousands of people have moved from the state because of this issue, killing and operating, and this is not right. This is not right. This is not what we voted Professor Abubakar Audu for. We voted Professor Abubakar for because of the poverty, because of all these challenges. And when Professor Abubakar died, they bring Yabelo. And Yabelo.
Oh, there. Okay. I mean, at least we get the crux of what you were aiming for with that conversation. Now, we're going to start to round off now because I have messages to read and just to step aside from the mic for today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome.
Hey, thank you, my dear friend. This is the line. Let me go straight to my viewpoint. I'm speaking specifically concerning Imo State. Let me rejoin Onyeka Owan for her concern. You see, if you have a ring in your hand, don't even look it with mirror anymore. Yes, everyone knows about Imo State today. What have been happening? Before that state was the most peaceful state. Yes, the most cleanest state. Let me tell you, it's not that I'm exaggerating it. For the past 4 years, there's an unprecedented events, killings, maiming, and other things. The peace or nature of the state was turned upside down. But what is the cause? What is the problem? Is it that there's no governance there? If you say the government is not there, there's nothing you can even see there, if not memory of human life. No, it shouldn't be like that. Once you have made a leader, then it's enough for you to go to appear with you and give people what they need.
All right.
You're not waiting by yourself, but people were denying all, everything.
Okay.
People say needs help. They need help.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Grateful to you for your views on this. Okay, here's some of the messages you've written it. Ibi Fubara from Wuse says, Ajeru and NRC should know that workers will go to work if federal government activates the no work, no pay policy. This other message says, good morning, FMD. Was it established that Mr. Ajeru went into Imo to campaign for a particular political party? Was it established that Mr. Ajeru went to cause chaos in Imo State? I'm surprised at your moderation this morning because you made this allegation this morning and you allowed it to fly, which is unlike Nigeria Info. Japheth from Wari. Japheth, what allegation did I make? I'm asking you. What allegation did I make? Did I say? In fact, I don't even. Much of what I've spoken of today would have to be about what the NLC in the state said and what the governor in Imo State said. I'm not really taking down time to zero in on the subject of Nigeria, but Japheth, who knows what you're listening or how you're listening from? I'm just taken aback a little bit. Sparkles from Gusape says all these people that is accusing Labour president of campaigning for opposition party didn't even campaign. I remember much of he talked extensively about the stand, the chances of the governor. Yeah. There and talked about the fact that they've owed money, they owe pensioners, they owe workers, and that's the reason why Labour should hold him by the jugglers and limit his chances. And if that comes up as a political campaign, and I wonder what direction is he leading the campaign for? Labour Party there or not? I don't know. I know Alex Soti and Peter B were there yesterday. They've gone to Imo State to try and sway people to vote the way of Labour Party. But I'm not directly NLC doing anything with Labour, but they've been very persistent to say things are not going right with Labour union there in Imo State. So I don't know. Thin line between it, I would say. Thin line between it, I must admit as well. All right, well, let's go on that break so that we can talk to our dear friend this very morning. She's here from Shelter Homes, okay, to let us know all the opportunities that do exist with this. Thanks so much for your time. Good morning to you. And next, you hear the voice of comfort. Stay with us.
This is Nigeria Info.